never be so drunk, distracted, or preoccupied so as not to be watchful. And in doubt, call upon Arvoreen for guidance. The guardian god of halflings. Well met again. Here, I want to bring you not details of a god's avatar, nor a long history of their squabbles with other deities, but how they are worshipped in daily life. And I want to spotlight deities important to adventurers. For Hin, halflings in the realms, that's Arvoreen, above all others of Yondala's children, as halflings see martial preparedness and watchfulness and going adventuring, as opposed to casual playing pranks or thieving, as vital to the security of their race in a world full of larger, stronger races like humans, orcs, and other goblinkin, elves, and even dwarves. So, here's how a halfling farmhand, cook, shopkeeper, or crafter, be it a weaver, finesmith, carpenter, woodcarver, or a brewer, venerates Arvoreen from day to day in peacetime, from earliest day moments to latest. A prayer to the god to watch over me and my family or dearest, if applicable, upon awakening, which always ends with a promise to the god to be watchful on behalf of all Hin. Check that one has weapons ready and in good order, belt knife, but also some sort of hidden backup, from ball bearings or marbles to roll underfoot if faced by a foe, or a garrote hidden in clothing or posing as part of garb, or a bag of sand to hurl in a foe's face, or just a hidden on-person backup knife, for example, sheathed behind belt buckle or down boot, or mounted on choker collar to ride back of neck under hair. Then you live, daily life, work, do necessary tasks of the day. During this, take moments to look to the horizon, checking on weather and peering for distant movements, flying creatures, and anything out of the ordinary. Invoke Arvoreen's name, typically in a whisper, while doing so. At evening meal, pray formally to Arvoreen to grant alertness and guidance, and to keep me or us from harm, looking to his holy symbol hung up on the wall, crossed swords, or a shield hung ready for use. In shared spaces such as shops, this may be painted on the ceiling. After the evening meal, walk a route, go on patrol, and observe keenly, looking for everything, no matter how small, that has changed, and all signs of the travel or intrusion by others. Upon retiring to bed, chant the Lay of Arvoreen. Be ready always to watch and to guard. Guard where love stays, through easy and hard. Be like wary Arvoreen, see all it is to be seen. Be ready always. And here's how clergy, who call themselves the watchful, though other Hin and daily converse collectively call them defenders, daily venerate the god in peacetime. Upon awakening, well before dawn, junior clergy or family member will have rousing other Hin as a duty, and wayfaring clergy give this task to the last shift sentinel standing watch as the rest sleep. Murmur or say silently a personal prayer to Arvoreen, asking for the god's blessing, apologizing for any backslidings or poor service in the day just past, mentioning any outstanding misdeeds that atonement must yet be made for, and vowing to be watchful and vigilant in the day ahead. Then rise and prepare for the day, bathe, eat, clean, and repair vestments, and don vestments. Then gather with other clergy before dawn for a fellowship prayer to Arvoreen for guidance and strength in the day ahead. At prayer's end, usually daybreak, senior clergy voice advice, missions, or reminders.
If you're enjoying this, please like and subscribe and click the little bell icon so you'll know when the next video is about to be released. And if you want to see tons more videos like this one, please consider going to Patreon, Ed Greenwood's Patreon, my Patreon, and becoming a protector of the realms. Your support will make possible the buffet of realms lore you'll find there, and some cool other things about behind the scenes things about other projects I'm working on. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh. See you there.
On patrol, the gathered clergy walk a route encircling the Hin settlement they are guarding, or that checks on all Hin homes or shops in a city such as Waterdeep, looking for trouble, any changes, tracks and who or what may have made them, and then undertake the first wind of assigned holy service tasks. Do whatever the High Marshal or Senior Marshals assign, from preaching to assisting layhin with troubles, to leading layhin in prayer, to martial drills and weapon and armor maintenance, see tasks of clergy hereafter. Then help prepare and or bless, consecrate to Arvoreen a May meal. For manual laborers, this is often mid-morning. Lead a prayer during the meal. Then undertake the second wind of assigned holy service tasks. Again, do whatever the High Marshal or Senior Marshals assign, from preaching to assisting layhin with troubles, to leading layhin in prayer, to martial drills and weapon and armor maintenance. Again, see task of clergy hereafter. Then, help prepare and or bless, consecrate to Arvoreen the evening meal. For many hin, this is often after dusk. Lead a prayer during the meal. Then meet with clergy senior to you for a swift prayer to Arvoreen, then discussion of holy service tasks and events of the day, resolution, refining of what to do next, fresh orders, and share the chalice prayer. A chalice of holy wine is passed around for sipping, as all chant, Arvoreen provides, Arvoreen guides. We follow Arvoreen and ply our swords and shields, and so all hin are stronger. This is chanted repeatedly until all have drunk. Then bathe, prepare for bed, wash and repair vestments if necessary, then retire to bed with the lay of Arvoreen, followed by a personal whispered or silent prayer. Conduct of clergy. Obey all decrees of Arvoreen. This takes precedence over obeying all rules of the watchful, which in turn take precedence over obeying all laws and customs of a hin community you are in contact with or serving within. Never be so drunk, distracted, or preoccupied so as not to be watchful. Never steal from hin, nor allow other hin to do so. Like Arvoreen, never strike first. We are defenders, not aggressors. Be ready to win the fight that a foe starts. When in doubt, call upon Arvoreen for guidance. Keepers whisper tactics and advice to all clergy who call on Arvoreen, either in their minds or more often audibly, for all who are very near to overhear. Keepers are the spirits of hin who fell in battle, either heroically to defend their communities or as elite, established warriors, and who now patrol the green fields in their afterlife. In personality, they tend to be irascible or gruff or laconic, but always calm, level-headed in crisis situations. Tasks of clergy. Build and maintain fortifications, signal beacons such as cutting firewood as beacon fuel, maintaining stocks of powdered natural substances to change the hue of smoke and flames for signaling, bridges and culverts, flood diversion and prevention. Raise, breed, and train for defense of hidden communities and isolated steadings the favored animals of Arvoreen, bloodhounds, war dogs, falcons, and owls, and ensure conditions are good for such creatures by constructing and maintaining perches, lookouts, and shelter dens. Befriend, aid, especially with slaying or driving away foe creatures, but also defenses, traps, and lair maintenance, and work with local favored monsters of Arvoreen, guardian nagas, hibsils, lamasus, and silver dragons. Teach the use of weapons and shields to the young, especially Arvoreen's favored weapon, the short sword. Build, maintain, conceal, and accurately map, for hin use, traps. Provide this as a paid service for non-hin clients with approval of a High Marshal or Senior Marshal serving as an acting High Marshal. Maintain one's own vestments, both battle armor and working garb. Participate in military drills and weapons training. This may include expeditions led by senior clergy and Kenai, the hin version of real-world Rudyard Kipling's Kimsgate. Only with halflings, it's never just a table of items. It's always a journey with many things to spot along the way. Holy days. During the Feast of the Moon, senior clergy recite the names and name the deeds, briefly describe moments of valor, of all who have fallen in the defense of the halfling community, both hin and non-hin. This is the ceremony of remembrance. If there are kin of the fallen, they are invited to drink from a chalice of blessed wine. If these kin are clergy, they are urged to say a few words about their valorous. Some of these remembered valorous perished centuries ago. Every Hin community holds their own blessing table at a time that suits them, usually at spring and fall, but if need be, up to 6 times a year, every 2 months, avoiding the popular festival days of the calendar of Harptos. This is a day in which priests are formally recognized as advancing in holy rank. Amulets of aid and potions or writings that Hin may barter or offer for sale are consecrated to the god, and Arvoreen manifests his approval with an aura of silver fire, or a thunder as of many large and heavy shields clashed together, or both. These are the deity's usual manifestations. A Feast of the Guardian is held whenever a High Marshal or acting High Marshal decrees it. It's an evening festival in which recently fallen members of the Watchful, or popular secular Hin leaders, or notable Hin adventurers or warriors, receive a funeral in which some relic of them, a favored weapon or shield for choice, but some other personal item, including a clothing or even a body part, if not all of their corpse was recovered, is paraded to rest, entombed or put on display, while the Watchful sing hymns. The feast begins and ends with a prayer from the senior priest, and clergy cast spells to ease the grief of participants without dulling their senses or bringing them slumber. And that's a brief introduction to the veneration of Arvoreen. Sentinels and gate and warehouse guards all over Toril may pray to the wary sword, if Helm seems to have forsaken. Hi, welcome back to Realm Speak, that segment where we tackle names and words in the realms, and this time around we are tackling this. And this is Nentyar. 2 syllables, emphasis on the first one, Nentyar. The Nentyar was the ruler, or the title of the ruler, not his name, of the ruler of the ancient empire of Narfell. The first Nentyarch actually united all of the different Nar realms together into one, and the expansion of the empire began. An empire that was to end in demon binding and dark magic. But that wasn't the fault of the first Nentyarch. The first Nentyarch was a good guy.